Andy Game Reviews presents the top 10 things Hollow Knight players hate. These bosses, enemies, as well as locations will get your blood boiling and will require countless hours of navigation along with many headaches along the way. I would also like to mention this list is in no particular order. Now that we have all of that out of the way, let's begin. Starting out with number 10 with the infamous Primal Aspid. Holy, this thing is annoying as hell. I really can't describe how much pre-built anger I have for this little. Not to mention it always attacks you at the worst time possible. I've probably died to this enemy alone more than all the others combined. And still some sort of primal rage in me, unlike anything else on this list. Number 9 is what I would consider to be the first boss I hated, which is none other than Galen. The fight itself is bad enough, but what really takes the cake is the fact that you have to run countless miles just to get to the arena, and then after that you die again, rinse and repeat until your brain turns into ramen noodles. Number 8. This location is by far the worst of the worst. It's what made me realize I apparently have arachnophobia. This is none other than Deep Nest. When I first entered, I probably myself. And it does not help that whoever made the soundtrack probably lives in an anthill in order to get the nasty crunching sounds. Number 7. I think an area that we can all agree upon belongs on this list is the Path of Pain. The title pretty much sums up this area. Granted, when you inevitably conquer it, it does feel what I would consider to be pretty rewarding. However, in my opinion, it's still definitely not worth your time, no matter how rewarding it feels. But hey, at least you get some bonus lore at the end, I guess. Number 6. It's the Banker Lady. If you don't know what I'm talking about, pretend I said nothing and stop watching the video. Anyways, now that that is taken care of, can we begin to discuss our hatred towards the Banker? Through my first playthrough of the game, I never really liked to look anything up on YouTube or Google. So her betrayal of my trust and fat stack of Geo came as quite a surprise. Luckily, I got my revenge later on in the game. Number 5. The Royal Waterways. I'm sorry, it's just so freaking gross and has one of my least favorite enemies inside its gates. And not to mention, progressing to new areas is hard and also confusing due to an intentionally bad map layout. Also, there are only a couple of benches which are all inconveniently placed, which makes the journey to Godhome even more frustrating. All in all, it's just a really annoying place to be. Number 4. The disgusting Pill Flip. Native to the Royal Waterways, which by no means are royal, this enemy makes me anxious in every phase of its existence. Starting out with how disgusting it looks and sounds. It sounds like a toilet gains some level of consciousness and has 3 phases, each one worse than the last. Also, there seems to be a million of them, so that doesn't make anything better. Number 3 is the Uma jellyfish found in Fog Canyon, which in my opinion is one of the most beautiful locations of the game. Too bad it is tainted with this jelly stain of an enemy. It deals crazy damage and tends to blow up the knight to an even less than desirable position than previous. This can heavily halt world progression in Fog Canyon. This makes almost anything an annoying challenge. Number 2 is Marmu. This boss really should not be as hard as it is. I don't know what it is, but I can never seem to land my shots with this guy, and it really bugs me, no pun intended. This combined with the agile speed and unpredictable movement makes what should be a fun challenge into a nightmare. Also, it takes a while just to get to the arena, unless you know the secret path, of course, which I unfortunately did not until immediately after I defeated him. This leaves me with the number 1 position on the hate scale, which is the Colosseum of Fools, the Trial of the Fool. The first 2 levels are hard but also fun, and allow you to hone in on your combat skills. Unfortunately, the same dogma does not apply to the Trial of the Fool. I have 110% completion in Hollow Knight, so I have done almost everything that could be done, such as beating the game, Nightmare King Grim, and so on. But none of that other stuff really comes close to my hatred of this event. You can get so close to beating it and lose everything in seconds. It's really an infuriating experience. And to make matters worse, you get laughed at in every failed attempt. It truly is the Trial of the Fool. Thanks for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking the video and subbing to the channel for more weekly content. It would mean so much to me as a creator if you could support my channel. Anyways, I would love to hear your top 10 and the list in the comments below. And remember to have a good day.